Be honest. The second you sit down to study, does your hand automatically reach for your phone? What if I told you the psychological tricks that make social media addictive can be flipped to make you crave studying? I'm going to show you how to turn that textbook into a game you actually want to win. Your brain hasn't been lazy, it's been hijacked. Every scroll and notification is a tiny hit of dopamine. People call it the pleasure chemical, but it's really the motivation chemical. It drives you to want things. The problem is, your brain is trained to want instant, easy rewards. So when you face a textbook, a slow, tough climb, your phone offers a fast, easy win. But we're going to rig this game in your favor. To make studying addictive, we first need to reset your brain's reward system. Welcome to the dopamine detox. First, to make studying feel rewarding, we have to stop flooding our brains with cheap dopamine. This is often called a dopamine detox. This isn't about living in a cave. It's about resetting your brain's reward system. Author Cal Newport champions this idea as digital minimalism, where you intentionally clear away low-value digital noise to focus on what truly matters. Here's how you start. For 15 to 30 minutes a day, be completely bored. No phone, no music, no screens. Just walk, stare out the window, or sit with your thoughts. It will feel uncomfortable. That's how you know it's working. You're teaching your brain it doesn't need constant entertainment. Then, build a fortress of focus. Put your phone in another room. Research shows its mere presence drains your brain power. This sends a signal to your brain. This is where we focus. This is where we earn our rewards. Now that your brain is recalibrated, it's time to play. Here's your 4-step playbook to make studying irresistible. Strategy 1, the dopamine quest. Let's teach your brain a new powerful equation. Focus equals reward. With a recalibrated brain, we can turn studying into a game. Level 1 teaches your brain a new equation. Focus equals reward. We'll use a classic tool with an addictive twist, the Pomodoro technique. It was developed by Francesco Cirillo in the 1980s. It's used by everyone from students to celebrities like Chris Pratt to maintain focus. Set a timer for 25 minutes. During that time, give the task your complete attention. When the timer goes off, you've completed one dopamine quest. Now, you get an immediate 1 to 5 minute break to do something you enjoy. Listen to one song, do some push-ups, or scroll your phone. Then reset the timer. Your brain starts to associate the feeling of focus with the reward it knows is coming. Soon, it actually starts to crave the focus session itself. Strategy 2. The progress bar will make your wins visible, creating a motivation streak you won't want to break. Video games have progress bars because seeing your progress is addictively motivating. Level 2 is about creating your own. This is often called the Seinfeld strategy. The story goes that comedian Jerry Seinfeld used this to force himself to write jokes daily. His rule was simple. Get a big wall calendar and a red marker. For every day you hit your study goal, draw a giant X over that day. Your new goal, don't break the chain. After a week, that unbroken chain becomes precious. You won't want to see a blank space because it'll feel like losing a winning streak. The method doesn't matter. Use a calendar, a habit app, or marbles in a jar. The principle does make your wins visible. When you feel unmotivated, you can look at that physical proof of your hard work, and that becomes its own reward. Strategy 3, the boss battle challenge. It's time to turn your hardest subjects into an exciting game you can win. If a game is too easy, you get bored. Too hard, you quit. The best games keep you on the edge of your abilities. This is the key to a flow state, where time melts away. Level 3 is about turning your hardest subjects into boss battles. Procrastination is often about fear of a task being too difficult. The boss battle trick flips that fear into a challenge. Instead of thinking, ugh, this impossible chapter, you reframe it. This chapter is the next boss. I need to find its weak points. We break the boss down. First, skim the headings. Next, define key terms. Then, explain the first concept out loud. Each step is a small attack, and completing it gives you a feeling of mastery and a bigger dopamine hit than just rereading. Overcoming a real challenge is where the best loot, the biggest sense of accomplishment, is hidden. Finally, the master key. Strategy 4, the identity shift. Let's change not just what you do, but who you are. This is the master key. Your brain does everything it can to act in line with the identity you give yourself. If you see yourself as a lazy person, your brain will prove you right. The most powerful hack isn't just to do studying, but to become a student. Author James Clear, in his book Atomic Habits, calls this creating identity-based habits. He argues that the key is to first decide the person you want to be, and then prove it to yourself with small wins. After a study session, don't just feel relieved it's over. Tell yourself, I'm the kind of person who finishes what they start. I'm a learner. Every 25-minute quest you complete, every X on your calendar is a vote for this new identity. Soon, the motivation stops being something you chase. It becomes part of who you are. So that's the game plan. Let's do a quick recap of the levels that will get you hooked on learning. Start with a dopamine detox, then turn studying into a game. Level 1, the dopamine quest. Use micro rewards to make focus feel good. Level 2, the progress bar. Visualize your wins to build momentum. Level 3, the boss battle. Turn hard topics into exciting challenges. And level 4, the identity shift. Become a person who is addicted to progress. You can take back your focus and turn learning from a chore into a craving. Let me know in the comments, which level are you going to tackle first? I read everyone. And if you want more strategies to master your mind, make sure to subscribe. The game is waiting. It's your turn to play.